Hi there, my name is Sel and welcome to Little Inner Monsters, a card game all about your different emotions. I figure since I have a master's in clinical child psychology, this would be a fantastic game to check out and play and talk a little bit about our emotions and what they're important for and how they can affect our reactions to things. Let's go to how to play. I want to look at the different feelings again. Yeah. Let's talk about the different feelings a little bit further. So joy, obviously, is a very... Happy is a mild form of joy. Joy tends to have excitement to it. It's pleasant. In psychology, I might talk about a feeling of pleasure more than joy, but that's closely related. Anger is another very core human emotion, and that tends to be a very external emotion. It tends to make people want to move forward towards others, which is why often when someone's angry, you'll see them lash outwards at someone. This might be physical aggression, verbal aggression. We'll take a swing outwards. Disgust is another very primal one. There's an entire center in the brain that is responsible for disgust. It's closely related to fear as well, and it's this very instinctual reaction we'll have. It's the same sort of things like if you encounter a food that you don't like and it's very distasteful to you, it's going to trigger the disgust center of your brain, and your brain's going to go, no, I don't like this. Something about this is unpleasant, and it may be serving to help protect you from something unknown that may cause you harm. Fear is another very core instinctual emotion as well. And unlike anger, which tends to push people outwards externally, fear tends to make people withdraw, hide from others, to be alone. There's some anxiety usually mixed into there. And it's an overwhelming sense of trying to seek safety. Altruism and will are both somewhat present, but we could almost call those a second level of emotions rather than sort of the primary ones. These are a little bit more complex. Altruism is another external one, like anger, except this time positively focused, and the goal is to help others. And then will is sort of our motivation, as the sense I'm getting is motivation and the willingness to move forward and actually do things. And so then if we look at the different arenas, it makes sense that these arenas might have different impacts on the different emotions. We got tumultuous, which very tumultuous, that's a very usually chaotic environment, and be a lot of stress. And so from what we've seen, I believe tumultuous tends to make disgust and anger quite high. It makes sense when we're stressed. That starts to trigger some of those fight, fight, freeze responses, which then usually means either we're going to shrink in fear, we're going to freeze, or we're going to want to sort of lash out externally in some way. So let's fight or flee. Sadness, it makes sense that that's associated with fear and disgust. Those are both sort of negative tone emotions. Heavenly, we never ended up at that arena, but I'm guessing that that's related to altruism. That's the one I am least sort of certain from a psych perspective what they might mean. Happy, again, that's a positive emotion. That makes sense. So again, that would be linked with sort of joy, and then at altruism, again, they're both positive. One is just a little bit more external focus than the others. Gloomy is, again, kind of like sad, but with more of a mix of maybe low willpower. We're less motivated to do something when we're gloomy. And then calm sort of feels like a bit of a neutral one. When we're calm, we're usually not feeling anything really strong, so we're usually unlikely to feel something like joy or anger or fear, because those tend to be fairly strong emotions. when we're calm, we're unlikely to feel those. Or if we do, we'll feel them a little bit more mildly than we would in maybe some other situations. We're talking about again, let's try this one more time. We'll do another match. Single player mode. And I'm guessing that this mood is actually a difficulty level. So we did it on interested, which is medium. Let's try it on confident, which I'm gonna guess is the hardest mode. And see if we can connect some of these emotions with our environments. Let's try this again. Oh, that's a tie. Oh, they won. So Santa gets to start. Alright, so we are in happy territory, and will has been chosen, which makes sense. Will can tend to be high when we're experiencing joy. Let's try putting joy out there. Oh, they had fascination, which is true. Fascination makes sense, even more externally focused. Boredom. Yeah, as I know, with boredom, everything's low. Disgust is the highest. Sort of that distaste, that dislike for everything. But nothing else very strong. And they put it against selfishness, which makes sense. Somewhat higher will, and that's self-driven, self-focused. Alright, we're gonna go for tumultuous, because I see we got two tumultuous ones here. And anger also, I think we'll play with fear a little bit. So we're gonna choose fear. Which makes sense. When we're tumultuous, most people will respond with fear when presented with stress and uncertainty. Let's start with anger, just low and all the way. Oh, wow! Did not expect to take that one. Fusion. Satisfaction. It makes sense when you're satisfied, low fear. Again, that's a very positive sort of emotion. Alright, we got guilt, fear, and calmness. Again, looking at calm, it is a little bit more... Okay, so calmness... They are highlighting calmness as being high in joy, high in will, and high in altruism, which makes sense. Those are positive emotions. Maybe a little bit more outwardly focused than inwardly. Okay, that makes sense. Let's put fear out there and just see. Low altruism, yeah, we want to beat compassion. Which makes sense. Compassion is very much about focusing outside on others. Also see a panic button. We'll have to try that one. Dreaming, that makes sense. Okay. So Santa won that round completely. Heavenly. Interesting. So Heavenly is highlighting will, it looks like. We'll go back to tumultuous, and we'll highlight will. Yeah, sadness, yeah. Would have low will as well. Confusion. Yes, it makes sense. Confusion, high in fear, high in disgust. Uncertainty, it's sort of wanting to pull away, withdraw from whatever it is. But also sort of even mix as well of joy and anger. You're not sure whether to like it or to really, really not like it. Excitement. Oh, and then panic. Interesting. So it means we won the set. Okay. Which I think that panic makes the interesting point of how when we're panicking, sometimes decisions we make aren't always logical, we can struggle to control them. Because with that wheel, I spun it and it was entirely random. I had no control over that. Makes sense. We're gonna throw laziness out there, laziness. Oh, wow. That was a draw. And there's only 3 that we can do. Let's put satisfaction. Oh. Okay. I like how the different colors, if it's sort of a pale red, it means a tie, dark means a loss, and red obviously means a win. So, Santa won that. Alright. I guess we'll do tumultuous again and go with will. I know I've done that one a few times. Excitement out there. Alright, so it makes sense here. So we've got anxiety, you're nervous or worried about something that might happen in the future. We're in a tumultuous environment, so it's an unstable, chaotic environment. And so, as we'll see, it makes sense. Lots of high fear. Because it's tumultuous, in this case we might have a bit more of a drive to try and push our way out of it more anxious. Sometimes being anxious in an unstable environment will give us motivation to move and escape. And so high willpower, that makes a little sense. Alright, and then selfishness. Alright, let's see where Santa picks. Ooh, we have gone to a sad place. This will be high for disgust. High in disgust and fear. That makes sense with sadness again. It's very negative in tone. Admiration. Anna definitely won that one for disgust. We're gonna go to gloomy, because we haven't been there before. And then I think we're gonna pick joy. Oh. Which is interesting. Selfishness here has fairly high disgust and fear, but also has a lot of joy and anger, so it's a very mixed emotion. Sort of looking at these stats here. Joy. And we're gonna lead with selfishness. Oh wow, they had the actual card joy. That makes sense. High joy. Dreaming. Okay. Alright, anxiety. Let's see how this goes. Ah, no, they won. They had fascination. I think I might be in trouble. Let's see what they pick. Will. Ooh, okay. Excitement. And this might be surprising. If we look at excitement, excitement has relatively high fear. And that makes sense. Fear is not always a negative thing. Fear simply alerts us something is new. And when we're feeling excited, often we get excited when there's something new that's going to occur. We're going to have a new experience. And so there is a little bit of fear mixed in there. So fear is not always negative. Fear can be connected with things that we typically associate with being positive. Let's put interest. Makes Makes sense that it has high. It's very focused on outwards. Okay, so won that one. How about this one? Calmness. Oh, I won. I did not expect to win. Alright, let's see. No, we're gonna go to calm, I think. Calm, and we'll pick... Calm, and let's pick... Will, I think. Okay. They're strong with interest. That makes sense. Fear would have low will. It's more internally focused. For laziness out there, that has very low will. And calmness. And they won with compassion. It makes sense. Will helps motivate us to reach out towards others and will amplify altruism. Alright. Ooh, we've gone some more sad. And disgust has been chosen. Okay. Boredom. Let's go with that one. Satisfaction. I suspect Santa's going to win here. Start panicking. All feelings. Oh, so I won that because I had, I guess, higher overall feelings? Interesting, okay. Mechanic is acting as a game mechanic, obviously. It's an interesting little... how things work. And we're gonna do Disgust again. It seems like it would be very fun against a friend. It seems like it would be fun against a friend. Oh, we are now perfectly tied again. Ooh, we've gone spooky. Anger. Oh, well. None of my cards are very angry ones. You've got, you know, satisfaction, a very positive feeling one. Boredom, which is just kind of a dislike of everything. And admiration, which is very much outwardly focused at others in a positive way. Let's see. Makes disgust and fear higher. Altruism and will. That might be the one to go for. Let's do calm and will. Let's start with sadness. Dreaming. This motivated and externally focused to push forward. Oh, okay. We won that one. Alright, let's see where they're gonna go. Which calm and disgust. Interesting. Alright, let's put fascination first. Laziness. And then both of these are equal. Okay, we won that one. How about this one? Oh, we win. No. So Santa won again. Alright, let's see. I suspect we're gonna go tumultuous. Tumultuous and will, I think, because that's sort of the strongest one with all of the cards. Alright, let's start with excitement. Oh, I like the music in the different areas. It fits the different areas nicely. Oh, just barely lost that one. Alright, so it's a draw set. We go again. Ooh. Okay, I won that one. Oh, it's a draw again. We're gonna probably win because I have... It's low. Draw set, and I ran out of cards. Oh well. So that is Little Inner Monsters. Very interesting game. Very fun, very simple. It reminds me a lot of very classic card games childhood. I get the sense that it is aimed a little bit more at children to help teach them emotions. But even if you're not interested in it for education purposes, it's still a very fun game, fun mechanic. And I know it is multiplayer, you can play with friends, and that is why I am giving away a copy of this game. Instructions for that will be down in the comments below. If you'd like to win a copy of this game yourself, you will have a chance to do so. And of course, there'll be a link to the Steam page for this game down in the description if you'd like to just go ahead and buy a copy or two, play it by yourself or with friends. Yeah, so this has been Little Inner Monsters. I hope you learned a few things about emotions today. And I will see you next time. Stay curious.